Have you ever made a mistake on a cruise? Well, I have. I'm Brittany, your resident cruise advisor, and I'm here to help you plan your cruise so that you're not overwhelmed, not stressed, and so that you can enjoy your beautifully relaxing cruise. So let's dive in to the 5 mistakes that you should avoid and the 5 things you should do instead. So the first mistake I have made twice, and it is all about shoes. On my first cruise, I wore shoes that were fairly new, not broken in, and I ended up with blisters on day 1. I had blisters the entire length of the cruise. And lo and behold, I did not learn my lesson, and I done it again on my second cruise, and again had blisters the entire length of the cruise. So what you should do instead, so you don't make the same mistake I did, is wear comfortable, well broken in shoes so that you don't get those horrible blisters. Your feet will thank you. The next mistake is, you guessed it, about shoes. Whenever I was on my first cruise, we done an excursion to the Tulum ruins and mine cenotes. I wore sneakers. Did not take any chains of shoes with me. We went to the cenote first and swam. I ended up having to walk around in wet sneakers, so I not only had blistered feet, but they were chafed as well. So my suggestion for you is, if you're doing anything that involves water activities, take a pair of flip-flops or water shoes and save your sneakers for those dry activities. So the next mistake involves the casino. The casino can be a pitfall for a lot of people. The mistake that I made was going to the ATM, my husband did too, several times to get more money. We were having a great time and we don't really regret it, but we did end up going way over our budget of what we had planned to spend in the casino. So what you should do instead is have a bankroll budget planned prior to going on your cruise and allot a certain amount for each day, and don't go over it. And if you get any winnings, put them in your safe in your room and don't touch it. The next mistake I made was that I severely overpacked my carry-on. We overpacked so much for this cruise, and I wanted to bring everything in the kitchen sink. So my carry-on was so full you could barely zip it closed. And my husband, the sweet man that he is, ended up carrying my bag around for me, and his poor back is all I have to say about that. But what you should do instead is pack a light carry-on with only the things that you're going to need for the first couple of hours on the ship. You really don't need more than that. So your travel documents, any medications that you might need, a change of clothes, your swimsuit, sunscreen, and keep it simple and keep it light. And the last mistake that we made was a spa mistake. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the spa, I love getting a massage, and I think the massage that we had was probably one of the best massages I've ever had in my life. The mistake we made was falling for the upselling, and I am primarily to blame for that because I just can't say no to a good deal. And they were offering us to book another massage, and they would do a stone massage and not charge us for the stones. So I was all for it. But what ended up happening is that the original massages that we got double charged for. And it ended up actually maxing out my credit card, and we only found out whenever we went to go get coffee, and they said that we didn't have a card connected with our CPAS account, and I ended up having to spend the entire last sea day at guest services. I was so aggravated, and we will never go to the spa again because of this. So what you should do instead is don't fall for the upsell. You know what you can afford and what you cannot. So don't even entertain any of the ideas that because they will try to upsell you. And make sure to check your CPAS account daily so that if any charges pop up that you're not sure about, that you can go to the guest services and get those looked into right away so you don't have any surprises. So we all make mistakes on our first cruise, or sometimes even our second. So if you've ever made any mistakes or you have any things that you should do instead, drop it down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And remember, you can find your Ametta, your leisure, rest, and peace, wherever the tide carries you.